Yes, everybody, Russ and the West End. Have a bit of a boogie then on a Monday. Why not? Russ and the West End Network. Hope you are all safe with my friends. Still got that dreaded lurgy. Can't get rid of it. If you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a bloody good subscribe. At lunchtime today, we dissected the Wolves game. Maybe Fulham was the kick up the arse we needed. Maybe. With so many of us, so many people predicting we were going to get turned over sometime soon. Maybe we just got out of our system because since then, 2 wins, 2 clean sheets, and 5 goals scored. And obviously qualifying for the final stages, the last 16 of the Europa League, and beating Wolves 3-0 yesterday. Not a bad weekend. We've had worse weeks, and we're just about to enter a really busy week with Liverpool and Man United to play this week as well. So we'll talk a little bit about the Liverpool game in a bit, because obviously that's the most poignant, not poignant, most up to date. It's the one that's coming first, and then obviously we'll talk about Man United later on in the week. Also tomorrow, we should have another interesting interview. We've got Matty from the Great British Bake Off. He won it this year. We are champions of baking. We know where we are. We know what we are. We know what we are. Champions of baking. We know what we are. Not only did we win the Europa Conference League, we won Great British Bake Off too. So we're massive everywhere. So Matty's coming on. Massive West Ham fan. If any of you watched him during his time on the Bake Off, there was a couple of West Ham related bakes he did. Lovely guy. Going to talk about him, talk about why he supports West Ham, do his Miami's 11, all that type of stuff. That should be tomorrow night. So that's going to be quite fun. There's no West Ham Network advent calendar today because I've been through everyone I've interviewed. I haven't interviewed anyone who's had this number 18 shirt. So it's no number 18. But if you want to enter for the today's draw, we're still doing it. Go back and check out the lunchtime live and comment on that, and then we're going to do the draw from that. 19th tomorrow. Robbie Slater, see you later. Back on it tomorrow. Back on it for the rest of the Advent. So apologies, but yeah, haven't. Although I am working on a guy who did wear a number 18 shirt, not Frank Lampard Jr. by the way, but another number 18. So hopefully next year we'll have a full quota. But anyway, Howard's Headlines in association with KUMB.com, boys. 3 minutes into the actual bloody thing. Let's start talking about some interesting rumours. Let's start with some potential ins. Listen, I've got this dreaded lurking. I do apologise. Anyway, a guy we've been linked with heavily is the Chelsea left wing back, really, Ian Maatsen. And according to a report from Rudy Galete, he claims that Chelsea are looking to cash in on some of their players to comply with the FFP regulations, and Maatsen could be sold in January. He's currently valued at 50 to 20 million euros, and apparently West Ham are keen on the Dutch defender. There's also 2 other English clubs who are keeping tabs on Ian, and it remains to be seen where he ends up. Obviously, we definitely need a cover or some competition on that left-hand side. Emerson is pretty much, he's throughout the year, he's my candidate for Player of the Year at the moment, but I think Kudus and Paqueta and Bowe will have something to say about that, but I think he's been absolutely phenomenal for us. And when he hasn't played, we look so weak on that left-hand side with Cresswell playing, or even if they put Ben Johnson or something like that. We do need sort of a second ready to put in. Obviously, someone Ollie Scars, again, we can move in eventually, but he's only just turned 18. So for me, someone like Maatsen, he's highly regarded in English football. He's pacey. He needs regular football to continue developing, and he's a hell of a potential as well. So, yeah, it would be interesting to see. I still think there's other players we've been linked to on that left-hand side. Sanusi from Porto is a player we've been linked with. Obviously, Kyle Walker-Peters, who can play on both sides. Maybe a bit of a shrewder buy, to be honest, but he's 26, whereas Ian is 21. So, a younger model potentially. And you probably will be playing around the same value, I reckon, to be honest. Um, yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about him. Interesting one, I think. Um, another player we'd be linked to is like, this is like a compilation of old rumours. Now that's what I call transfer rumours, volume 27. Now apparently West Ham are back in to sign giant defender Dan Axel Zagadou. Do push by an apple, shake the tree. Come on, it is Christmas. We can have a sing song. He was a target for us last summer when he was available on a free transfer from Borussia Dortmund. He then signed for Stuttgart in the end, and now I was believed that there was one of the reasons why he was bought in was because they were looking to move out Mavropanos if they hadn't, or they're just about to move out Mavropanos to West Ham. So sort of come full circle. He's a 6'6" giant of a man, absolute beast. And West Ham do have sort of a track record in one season, one transfer window, going for someone, and then leaving the season and going back in. We did it with Gerd, where it was him or Zuma. We went with Zuma that year, and then we got Gerd the year later. And we could be going back in for Zagadou again. An area I think we need some cover, really, because he's a left-sided centre half, and our only other left-sided centre half apart from Naif is Agbona, who's 36 and leaving at the end of the season, probably retiring at the end of the season. But apparently, the Stuttgart centre back is now, according to the Sun, firmly in David Moyes' eyes. Although I didn't think David Moyes was doing the transfers for his Tim Steinen. So anyway, I mean, he's an absolute beast of a man. There's no denying it. He's 6'6". He's strong, quick, very mobile. Does sort of fit the West Ham mantra in terms of our centre halves, apart from Zoom, obviously the ones who bought in, likes of Aged, likes of Mavropanos. I mean, yeah, he's physically made for the Premier League. There's no denying it. He averages 89 passes per game and has a very impressive completion rate of 87%. Um, I think it will be interesting, even if we got Axel in, wouldn't mean I think we do need cover. We need that fourth good young centre back. Could even mean potentially there. I mean, they're not question marks, but there is potential for a move for Aged back to France, or maybe to the SPL, or maybe Zuma to the SPL potentially, and that could not facilitate that, but it would make it less of an issue if we brought someone like Zagadou in. Obviously, Stuttgart don't obviously want to sell him, having just had him in the summer. But West Ham, cheeky beards for the Frenchman. We would have a good relationship with Stuttgart. Obviously, we are looking at Sirigo Guirassy as well, the striker as well. Maybe a double bid potentially. You just don't know. But apparently, according to the Sun, we are back in for Zagadou. Now, as I said, we have got Liverpool coming up on Wednesday in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. But this weekend, we could be in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, and also could be pretty much seventh. Yeah, because play Man United. Yeah, we could be seventh. So not a bad Christmas present, could it potentially? Obviously, arguably, we've got the toughest tie in the remaining fixtures in terms of the Carabao Cup, away to Liverpool. But Liverpool themselves, as always, it seems at the moment, are suffering a bit of an injury crisis at the moment, with potentially up to 7 of their first team out. Yes. As I was saying, Ryan Gravenbach lasted only 60 minutes in the match against Man United. He had a hamstring which took him off, and he was substituted. Well, at the moment, we don't know the severity of the injury. It's not well known at the moment. Joel Matip is out for the season with an ACL rupture. Thiago is out until the end of January with a groin injury. Andrew Robertson is out until the new year with a shoulder injury. Diego Jota is one who's out for another couple of weeks at least. Alexis McAllister could be back on Wednesday. He's rated at about 25% chance of recovering from his knee injury in time for the clash with the Mighty Hammers. And Stefan Macriano is out of a hamstring injury with no return date set. At the moment, the only injury at the moment for us is Michail Antonio. Obviously, we won't know until David Moyes' press conference ahead of the game on Wednesday. It was encouraging to see that he took off the likes of Alvarez, he took off Bowen, he took off Paqueta, he took off Kudus. They didn't neither of those four played the full 90, so I would imagine they will be playing a significant part in the game on Wednesday. Otherwise, he would have just kept them on, in all honesty. Maybe Areola comes back into the side. Obviously, he was on the bench yesterday. I'm surprised he didn't start, but he, as Moyes said in his pre-match interview on Sky, that Areola was still not 100%. He didn't want to risk him. So whether that means Fabianski's given another week in the sticks and Areola comes back in for the Man United game, who knows? But anyway, let me know what you think about all that stuff. As I said, don't forget to check out our lovely friends at KUMB. As always, the fantastic boys, over 25 years in the business and still going strong. Last call, if you really want some beer, beer52.com/West Ham to claim your 6 free beers, or wine52.com/West Ham Network to claim 3 lovely bottles of wine. Anyway, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, my friends, and come on, you bloody Irons. Irons!